This time we'll look at some BSA rumours that turned out to be not so accurate. Before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Now, while the press boys are getting their hands on the new BSA, for the rest of us mere mortals, we've just got to stand and wait and see when eventually we get our turn to test ride the thing. But in the meantime, while waiting around, I thought it'd be fun to just have a look back at some of the rumours that the internet has thrown up over the last few months. Probably my favourite was there's no engine in it. This seemed to have cropped up from a few American viewers in particular. I don't know quite why people thought this. There was this urban myth that the bike was just shoved down hills and then videoed. This has now obviously been disproved and seemed like complete nonsense from the beginning to me. Next is the 90 horsepower version for India. This is kind of the complete reverse of the previous myth, but is equally as nonsensical. Trying to get 90 horsepower out of a single cylinder would be incredibly difficult, and the bike would be terrible to ride. It would be very, very peaky. Single cylinders don't produce big numbers in a very usable way, so it would be a horrible bike. I think this is one of those anti-emissions sort of things that people fly up occasionally, but it's complete nonsense. I think it's almost unimaginable that we would try and stretch that kind of power out of a 650 single these days, or any day. I mean, the nearest I've ridden to it is a Husqvarna, which was about 20 horsepower less from more capacity, and that wasn't a particularly nice bike on the road, I have to say, so we can ignore that one. Next along is the price. There was a myth that they kind of almost started themselves, that the bike was going to be 10,000 quid when it was released in Britain, 10 grand. I never really thought this was going to be the price, and I did watch the video myself. Then he just said that the bike, what he basically said was the bike was going to be less than £10,000, which basically told us absolutely nothing about the price. Some people kind of misinterpreted that as being that the bike would actually cost £10,000. We now, of course, we know now that given the list price, that it's nothing like that. So again, bit of urban myth nonsense, perpetuated by the company itself there, naughty boys. Another popular one that crops up from time to time is that the bike's release was delayed because the company's based in India, and India's quite pally with Russia and the whole Russian war thing. But then Royal Enfield, I think that says it all really, also based in India and selling like hotcakes, and they're having no dealer problems, so we can forget that one, I think. The final rumour is that the parent company Mahindra has lost interest in the whole project. Now this is probably the most plausible lot actually. After all, they started the project, then the pandemic happened, world crash, and there's an awful lot that's gone on in between, as well as problems with their other company Jawa trying to get those machines up and running. So it's easy to see how the machine got delayed, and it's easy to see how eventually the company may have lost some interest in BSA. But this does not seem to have been the case at all in the end. They now seem to be getting their act together and beginning to push the bike on. So I think it's encouraging actually that they've actually stuck with the project despite all the problems that not just they but the whole world's been having. So let's hope that they keep on encouraging the project and pushing it forward and develop it further. It'll be interesting to see where the whole thing goes from now on. Hopefully with a UK production. This is likely to be electric machines, but we'll see. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and of course, thank you very much for watching.